The golden butterfly. Who's getting murdered today? Hmm? 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 Nice parking lot. Mm-hmm. Middle of the night. Safe and sound as always. Oh, dropped her keys. Oh. Oh. Well, does that mean he's the killer, huh? You know? Find someone in a freaking
Galloway.
flat cap?
Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner,
Oh.
after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it.
Okay.
Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've
I
seen
want to
the
write that
evidence.
down. No.
Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
Oh, honey.
Mouthpiece torch strips off the end.
Jesus, Rusty, you're so slow. You might be worse than Bukowski. Bukowski's been so long.
Galloway, I need you.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming. You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps.
Yeah,
Not bad for
decent.
your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
Ah, she's up. We're taking the scenic route. But also that gives me a chance to say that it's been a couple days, as usual, you know. And I finally started to edit the first couple videos. And I couldn't help but notice this echo that's happening. I think I might have fixed it. It was just my ear cup fell off on my headset and wasn't put on properly, so maybe that was causing echo. Hopefully it doesn't happen. I know that can be...
Jesus, Phelps!
It's alright. I'm a cop. I can do that. Anyway, I hope it will be fine. I know that it can be annoying for some people. Annoying for me, especially. But... Crime scene, 10:57 a.m.
Boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed.
Oh, press conference.
I have two of my finest investigators on the case. Fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex
Captain,
Alonzo
aren't there
Mendes.
similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you
matter?
don't believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible.
Sensible.
We have the
yes.
greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Just awful.
Detective, I was first on scene.
Why can't we get any closer?
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. Family out for a
Gonzalez,
stroll.
good to see
I
you
was
again.
first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
How bad is it?
Sorry, I got a job to do.
Show's over. Keep moving, all of you.
Come on. You really want to see a dead
This
naked
is a
body?
secure area.
You
You all
pervert.
need to leave. Clear this area immediately.
It's him. The cop from the newspaper.
So
Come
what
on,
next?
suspenders,
No
get the
other
hell out of
reporters.
here.
Just get the juice from the reporting officer and the coroner.
I'm about to shoot you. Okay, that's what I thought. You know, just a modicum of violence is necessary to freaking accomplish all you need. Hopefully I didn't miss any dialogue. Thank you, Gonzalez. We'll just talk with our old friend here.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I
To the
don't think
lowdown.
so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps.
Ooh.
All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
You mind if I examine the body?
Be my guest.
Okay.
Ligature mark is very...
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Okay.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Well, maybe you shouldn't do that then. God damn, look at her arm. Oh,
What's this mark? Cut on a finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Jesus. Pretty violent. If I was looking at that big scrape, that's, ooh, horrible. Ooh.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
You tear a watch off? Jesus. I think that's everything. Let's see. More Porsche. Let's. Ooh, ooh, come on! Just this
The motive
one.
was robbery. Why not take the money?
Well, we're not gonna rob her. She doesn't need it now. Is it really theft if she ain't gonna use it?
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Deirdre
Back in a
Muller.
second.
Okay, okay. Write that down in my notebook. That's the body.
Detectives,
Huh?
RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Brae was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you?
Write that down.
Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
Okay.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Better not be you, Rusty. Freaking, I've already played a game where Detective was secretly the murderer, visiting all the past crimes, trying to solve the case. Oh, it's been a while since I played that game. Anyway, I guess we're good. Ray, how are you? Just standing here. Do you guys have something better to do? Guess not. Looking out. The last thing I would want to see is a freaking body. A dead, a body. That's never good. But, people back in the day, they watched hangings and beheadings for entertainment. I guess. Oh. Something out of a horror movie right there.
There still might be some playing the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? Don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
KGPL 20 Century Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun
Collide.
on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Century Unit identify.
Oh. What the hell? Did we just see a jumper? Oh my god! Doesn't this game have photo mode? What are the options? Control. Oh yeah, photo mode. Yeah. I always have it off just in case I click the buttons and stuff and then it becomes annoying. What is it? Well. Okay. This is worse. Not even really working. Just turn that off. Then off. Yes, some weird freaking southern accent. Yeah, no. That better not be on. I didn't cause that. She just had it. You saw that too, Rusty, right? You know, it wasn't our fault. That can go to a. Would that also be homicide? Or something else? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We got a crime to solve and stop.
KGPL 20 Century Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Century Unit identify.
This is car 11K. Go ahead.
11K. Citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets. Suspect described as Hispanic, 5'6", 140 pounds. Approach with caution. Code 2.
How do you know the weight? Just kind of assuming. Would be Robert.
Please, you've got to call for help. He doesn't look real good.
Quick, what happened?
Some punk held up my stand. This guy tried to help and got a bullet for his trouble. He got hit and hightailed it through the parking lot. Get going!
Oh. Would that be the guy? I would imagine. Anyway, hope that other guy is fine. Looks like he got, like, shot in the lung or something. That's not great. Oh my god.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
You see this guy? He's driving erratically. Excuse me for not mirroring his freaking his movements perfectly. Uh-oh.
You come any closer, I'll pull the trigger.
Put the weapon down now.
What the hell? What are you waiting for, Phelps? Up and at him. I'll hold up here, Phelps.
Of course you will, Rusty. Look, we can talk about this. Well, good talk. Good talk. Another body bag.
Car 11K calling KGPL. Shots
Under
fired.
my
Suspect is
reputation.
down. We're code 4, but I need an ambulance on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets.
11K, roger on your ambulance. All units be advised the suspect is down on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets. Repeat, the suspect is down. Code 4.
I'm gonna be honest, he's more than down. Unless you're talking about down in the ground. He's freaking dead. Muller residence, 11:47 a.m.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon.
Mm.
He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Write that down.
Can we
Possible
come in?
suspect.
I suppose so.
Thank you.
You
Could
wouldn't
have a
happen to
seat
have
for me,
killed
Michelle?
your mother. Hmm? Wait a minute, the killer is presumed to be a sex fiend.
We're gonna have a look around.
Never mind. Unless. Never. No.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
I mean, this is her room. I won't go in there. Ooh. Shoes. Okay. Size 8.
Size
Mark
8.
Explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing.
What about the other pair? Is it a size 8.5? No, also size 8. Perfectly even. As usual. Oh. A bracelet case? With no bracelet.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
And let me guess. No ring? No ring.
No sign of a wedding ring.
Yes. Okay. Now we can talk.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead.
Oh.
Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
Freaking 15. Jesus.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
See, I'm also at a crossroads of just continuing the bit of always accusing everyone. But that wastes time and, I mean, it's a 15-year-old. I gotta see what
Why don't you
happens.
tell the truth, Michelle? Something really bugs you about your mother's jewelry.
You really are horrible, you know that? What makes you think that?
Uh-huh.
Looks like I made a mistake. I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, the yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Fight, huh? Write that down. Last contact with the victim.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon, I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Hmm. 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 She's a little more fidgety, looking around. Because now I gotta take some time and like really study this before I accuse anyone, because their face could change and then I can't really trust that. Hmm. Hmm. I don't
Honey
know.
should be on his way.
Okay. Let's just see.
You're feeling guilty about this, Michelle. What were you up to that you missed your mother?
You're crazy. I was waiting out front exactly where she asked me to be. Ask my teacher if it isn't so.
Well, where is your teacher, huh? Not around here, so,
You're off the hook. For now.
I really don't know. And see, I can't go off freaking her face now. I mean, what did she say? Yeah. Yesterday afternoon, I went to a dance. About a long time. Mom was supposed to visit me. But she didn't show. And then her dad came to pick her up. I don't know. She's just a little too fidgety. I mean, I can't tell now, but you know. I'm just gonna just a bad cop.
So
When
you
in
were
doubt.
hanging around the school for quite a
Okay,
while.
good.
What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Okay, well now that's definitely a doubt, at least. Bad cop. I'm just
I
gonna
think your
accuse.
father was violent with your mother. I think they weren't very happy, and you should tell me, young lady.
You may be the police, but you have no right to talk about my mom and dad like that.
Sorry. My mistake. They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once.
Oh, the once?
She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it.
Brooch
She
pin.
always wore her golden butterfly.
Golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey!
Well.
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What the... But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Back-to-back
Sure, yeah.
investigation.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Interrogation. Footprints at crime scene.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Well, you know, that is a lie.
Why
I
are you
have
lying
proof.
to me, Mr. Muller?
Huh?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
Well, I mean, size 8s, not 9s. Why would you cram your foot in a smaller shoe?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
You look at a lot of dicks, Rusty? How do you know, huh? You wait a minute. Crazed sex fiend in his experience? It's all coming together. Rusty is the killer. For sure. But I said that out loud and now he's probably got a gun to my face. But as long as I don't acknowledge it, he won't shoot. Anyway, missing persons report?
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Well, I mean, shaking your face. I don't trust you. It's definitely bad cop or accuse. So let's see what accuses say.
And you didn't report that she was missing till this morning? That's very unusual, Mr. Mueller, not to mention suspicious.
Look, I was annoyed with her. That's why I was waiting for her to come home. Why, you telling me something different?
Michelle reports calling home repeatedly to no answer on night of murder. I was annoyed with her. That's why I was waiting for her to come home. I mean, you see, it's like you could spin that piece of evidence to, be like, well, you hit her in the past, and then you didn't report the body till morning. But
You don't ask, you never find out.
I don't know. I don't feel solid about that. But he's obviously lying. So that would apply to Babcock.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose?
Huh?
Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Okay, fair.
So you were here all night? You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, now, hey, that's a lie. That would fit perfectly with...
You should come clean if you're having an affair.
Alibi.
Or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
Yeah, well, your daughter said you called her multiple times. Oh, no, she called you. Also, by the way, what 15-year-old calls her parents mommy and daddy still? That's a little weird, in my opinion. That's more like, minimum, or maximum in this case, like 7? It's kind of stretching it, but that's pretty early anyway. Husband's alibi.
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Good, yeah.
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
Okay. History of
Your
violence?
wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
I mean, that's a lie.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Oh, really? What about the brooch? What about the brooch purchased after a domestic violence incident?
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on it.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
This is not a good sign.
Should go back in there and bust his ass.
1, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. 2, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in LA. 3, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Another nosy neighbor. Wow. Anyway, I meant, like, this is not a good sign because frickin' I'm struggling on the second case of the homicide desk, and we're still pretty early on in this game, so,
Yes, ma'am.
this is not
I
good,
heard the
man.
terrible news over the
Not good.
radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night.
Wow.
I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Oh. Excuse me. Jesus. Excuse me.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Mueller, this does not look very good for you right now. God damn it. You turned the corner. Come on. Well, you're burning. A shoe. How you burn a shoe? Oh, oh.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
Size 8, blood.
I can explain the blood.
Yeah,
Get him
I
booked
bet.
in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with
Up
him
in
later.
there.
And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Bypasser.
Is there someone you can
Passerby.
call, miss?
I don't want home, and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield,
Ah,
and
Call her.
Bakersfield.
We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
Bakersfield. I have to demote
You ought to get some
myself to
uniforms down here. Clean
Bakersfield.
up. Take care of the kid.
I live in LA. Bakersfield is like the poorhouse. Okay, what's the badge number? 7412.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
So close.
Did we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130?
I need an
North
address on a
Bonnie
Belmont
Street?
High School.
Send someone down from juvenile hall to look after a young lady.
Belmont High,
Oh.
1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Nice
Well,
boy. Putting all those hoodlums in jail.
hoodlums. And that's our next stop.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
Wait. I mean, where should I go? I think just down the list should be fine. Correct? Yeah, we'll just send it. I mean, why are we going
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the
to
husband
high
for it.
school?
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The
Oh.
simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things
I know
down from
Occam's
now on.
razor, not Lex.
Appreciate it. And try this one on
Whatever.
for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases,
Good one.
Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Any Central unit, a possible
Oh.
288 at Belmont High School, 1575 West 2nd Street. Stand by for further unit to handle. Identify code 2.
11K to KGPL. We'll take the 288. Go ahead with the further.